Okay, so today, the fourth experiment is about, hold on a minute. It's probably what we all waited so long. The experiment principle is whatever you focus on expands. Like how everybody is telling that, like how Anna said, maybe it was already happening, but we didn't realize that, right? Now, when you don't realize that, it doesn't expand. You know, the light rays, light particles, or waves or straight line is a debate. Because the moment you look at it, the particle changes its behavior. That's why they say that that's what is perception. The moment you look at it, it looks different. Now, when you're not looking at that particle, it is going in a different way. You know, it goes in a straight way, but the moment you look at it, it looks like a wave, something like that. Okay. The scientists have proved it, that the moment you look at it, it changes its way. So there's no way you can call the light particle, which is, you know, in two ways. You can't. So whatever you focus on, it starts expanding. If you don't focus it on, it doesn't expand. Like your perception will grow in that direction. It becomes bigger. It becomes so big that what you want will be part of it. Like let's assume that you want a cake, and the cake is on the table, and you had never thought that you would eat it or something like that. When you start thinking that I want to eat it, you look at the cake, and then you'll start feeling, okay, I feel like eating it now. Maybe the taste, and it so much focuses, it so much expands that it becomes in your system. That is when you eat it. So basically, we are all frequencies. When we manifest it, it expands so much that manifestation becomes part of it. So the manifestation is all about you expand to that frequency. You understood, right? When you expand to that frequency, from your frequency, you are going to imbibe it. That means you'll create that in your vibration, in your frequency. And when you focus it more, it condenses to become a matter. And then you say that it has materialized in your space. You manifested in your space. So today's experiment is all about how we expand and manifest what we want. Isn't that beautiful? Because that's in the fourth experiment itself, we have come to a state where we are going to manifest what we want in the fourth experiment itself. Now, before that, let's try to understand what it is. Okay. So how do we get there? Now, basically, we will have to have an idea, a focused idea as to what we want, right? We are all going to say that, okay, in next 48 hours, of course, we are always taking 48 hours, but it's one whole week, in fact, 2 weeks we are doing. So, but your test, for your test purpose, you keep something for 48 hours, try that. After 48 hours, change something else, try that. Like that, you go on doing it for 2 days. Okay. Now the thing is, for the next 48 hours, definitely you'll keep something. So right now you don't have that, and you are planning to achieve by getting that in 48 hours. So from one state, you are moving to another state, a state where you didn't have, and to the state where you're going to have, right? Am I clear? Now it's exactly like this. Wherever you are, like I'm in the small town now. Now it's just an example. I will think that I want to go to Bangalore, and I want to live in Bangalore because there are a lot of good jobs and a lot of different things which I can have it. I can have a great job, and then because of which I will buy a big car, something, okay? Now I need to move in the direction. I need to plan for it, right? I need to start working, thinking, okay, what's the job? I'm going to have it there. And whom do I contact? Where do I live? What is the type of thing? So you concentrate so much and also enjoy. When I go there, probably I'll go to a movie like this. When I go there, I'll go eat in this restaurant. When I go there, probably, I'll go partying, something like that, to get into that vibrations. Now, what usually happens is we will all think that it seems so easy. Oh, it's so nice. I can daydream about Bangalore. But after 2 days, I'll start thinking about the problem what I have here. Already, I'm not thinking about Bangalore. Already, I am making Bangalore as a dream, but not the reality. So, or I'll have some few things. Oh, I have my house here where I spent my childhood. It is so beautiful and lovely. Okay, you already got another thought. So all the time we are confusing the field of potentiality. We are neither there nor here. So what happens is, instead of it being a laser beam, which is so straightforward, focused beam, it becomes like the band of a middle school band, where no instrument is actually synchronized. Everybody is singing their own song, and it's more of a noise than a beautiful band song. It'll be like that, which is so not, nobody would want to probably hear that kind of a band. So we are doing that, and because of which we never reach where we want to reach. Okay, so another thing, maybe it's like this: you start going towards Bangalore and you walked, or 2 days got over, and then you're frustrated. Why? Because Bangalore has not come yet, right? You look around and you feel that this is not what I signed up for, and you feel like kind of let down because you get frustrated not reaching there. But of course, you won't reach it immediately. You'll have to pass through many of the places, and then you reach Bangalore. So you need to have a little more patience too. And you cannot, defocus. You have to keep yourself focused. So whatever you're going to make that you want in 48 hours, you have to find the way in which you can focus it. At least you can tell yourself that it's only 48 hours, right? So let me not think anything, a thing which is doubtful about it, or something negative of it, like, oh, if I go to Bangalore, then I lose all the people here in this town. Okay, that's a very negative thing to go to Bangalore. So you will never go. Okay, so you need to concentrate on the joy, the joy of going and reaching Bangalore, meaning whatever you are trying to manifest, the joy of getting that, how do you feel after you get it, is what you need to go on focusing. Okay, and see, the another thing you have to remember is, we are trying to, these are energy experiments, right? So you don't have to really do any real physical work. Of course, in reality, you will do it, a lot of things to manifest, but this is more of energy related work we are doing. It's about training your mind. Okay. You're training your mind so that the mind creates opportunity for you to get those things. That we have to be very clear. I'm not asking you, like, manifestation is start doing your physical work. No, just train your mind to focus and see how that materializes. Like how Anna said, she thought about the filter, and then bingo, it came here. She didn't do anything. She didn't do any physical work. That's how we are trying to do it. Okay, that's one thing. And the second thing is, think like this. Okay, so the magician, he will put some paper, everything into the hand, right? And then what does he do? He will hold the corner of a scarf, right? And then he'll pull the whole scarf out. You just need to get hold of that corner of your manifestation. And then you just pull it out. So let's say if Anna is thinking about filter, that's a corner, right? And every time when she's drinking the water, she's thinking about the filter. How I wish I had the filter, right? Now she continuously pull it out by thinking how she wishes that if there is a filter, how her health would be better, how it is so good. You know, all of these things are pulling the scarf out fully. But the corner is, I wish I had a filter. That's how it is. Manifestation is you hold that little corner and pull the scarf. Okay. Now, so there is one man. Okay, this is again from the book, from the Pam's book. I'm telling you, this guy. He decides that he will manifest guitar, which is something called as Martin guitar. Okay, I don't know what is that Martin guitar, but apparently the starting price of the Martin guitar is $1,100, and he didn't have that money, but he was doing this anyway, experiment. So he put an intention. Intent he put that he will own this Martin guitar, and he didn't do anything after that. He just kept believing somehow it will come to me. Okay, someday. He didn't even put 48 hours. He said, someday it will come to me. And then after 1 year, he didn't get his guitar yet. After 1 year, he got a message from his mother. She said, your dad just picked up one old guitar from a garage sale for $5. And she says, this could be a toy for your daughter. And when she sends it, she sends a rare 1943 Martin of something 0028, whatever number, and they were made only 100 in the world. And Eric Clapton apparently plays the same thing. And if at all, if he ever wants to buy it, it's not less than $20,000. And he seems to get that exactly what he wanted, and with $5, and then somebody sends it. Maybe that's such a rare thing he manifested, so it took 1 year. Okay, can it be 1 year? Not necessary. It depends on what is the intensity at which you want it. What is the intensity at which you desire it? And that much stronger it will be. So another thing is, what they say is, it's like the law of Newton's law of first law of prayer, meaning let's think that praying is not a separate activity where you have to sit in one place and look at the God, and there is a specific ritual and you pray. No, every thought of yours is a praying for the field. It's just that concentrating. You're taking your mind to the concentration. That's all it is. So Newton says that whatever you throw the ball up, if you throw it up, it has to come down. That's what Newton says, right? Everything comes down, gravitational power, energy. Now, where it will come down, it may go to the flower bed of your neighbor, or it may fall on the Mount Everest. It depends on how you have thrown it up, but it comes down, right? So this same law applies. Remember this. The intensity at which you have put the thought, it will return back to you with the same intensity. And if you want the ball to land on the Mount Everest, you better throw it in that direction and also so much up. Now it's you who will do that, right? So the intensity at which you do all of these things is what is going to get you there. Now you have to understand you send out, you criticize somebody, you get back the criticism, not from the same person. Someone else will give you, because ball has to come back, right? You lie to somebody, someone else will lie to you. You give money to somebody, someone else will give you money back. But with what intensity, it can be more depending on how much you're concentrating. Okay, you give love, you will definitely get back love. So this is like, can you do anything about gravitational force? You can't do that. That is a law, right? The same way, the Newton law's first law of prayer is nothing but this. What intensity you have your focused thought, that intensity or more, it can come back. More means you are asking for more. Okay, so whatever you do it, it will come. I'll give an example. Exactly what happened today. I'll give an example. Today, somebody asked me 2,000 rupees. Why they asked me? Because he is having a mushroom business. He grow mushrooms and he sells that. And I buy mushroom from him. And he says that he doesn't have money to buy the whatever that mushroom seeds or whatever you call that, and the haystacks, so that he wants to buy it. And then I thought, I don't know anything about this guy. He said he'll return it back by July. I don't know anything about this guy. And why should I give him? How do I trust him? Is what was happening to me. But then I thought, okay, it's fine. Maybe I should give. So there was a little bit of dilemma for me whether to give or not. Whenever I'm in a dilemma, this is my own way in the FP, field of potentiality, that I'll say that I feel like doing it, but I want to be guided. I want to know what I'm doing is right or wrong. So I said that I just decided, okay, I'll give him, but I want the message to know that what I'm doing is right. And I'll get it back even more to prove me that I am right. You don't believe it. I just sent it online, Paytm. I sent it, and then immediately I got back a message that 2,700 is credited to my bank. I was wondering, did my money go or returned it back? What happened? But then it's what I gave was 200. What I got was 2,000. Sorry, 2,000. What I got was 2,700. I mean, it's such a synchronicity, you know. So then what happened to me when I saw that? I felt, yes, what I did was right. And I know that I'll get back my money. You know, this is what I'm trying to say. The intensity at which you do it will give you the answer. I wanted an answer, right? I got the answer. The byproduct is I got the money also. So it's like that. We all have to understand that what we do is what we get. Now, okay, so what all have I so far manifested? Look around. That's all you have manifested. If there is mess there, you have manifested mess. If there is really good things in your life, that means you have manifested that. Everything is what we have done. So if you concentrate, focus on something good, and only that will expand, is the whole thing about this. Okay. Now, let me give you one example that you should not have any bit of doubt. Okay. Let's take Jesus Christ. Now, you all know that Jesus Christ walked out of the boat, right? He walked out of the ship or something, ship or boat, I don't know. And he walked on the water. Why did it happen to Jesus Christ? Because he was so 100% sure. He was so sure that he could walk. There was not an iota of doubt that he can't. 100% he had the thought. If you and me were to be there in his place, we would think, what? Only an idiot would be stupid enough to step out of that boat. That's what I would think, right? But he didn't think that. He was so convinced. And he is convinced to ask the field of potentiality that he needs to feed people, and he could feed 50,000 people or 5,000 people, whatever. There are so many such stories, even in all mythologies and everything. It is possible only when you believe it. And that's why we call that magic. But it's all of us are so powerful, actually. And if you ask, you will get it. You should be so sure that you'll get it. There should not be any doubt. But I will get it. That's it. You should have that conviction that that is what it is. Then you can do anything. Okay, so most important thing what we are going to do the whole of the next week, whatever you want to manifest, there should not be one bit of a doubt. If at all, if you have doubt, then at least you change your manifestation to some other thing. Don't take something which you have doubt. Okay, because we are trying to build ourselves, we are trying to build the belief in us. Okay, or you say that, oh my gosh, I have this doubt. What is the origin of this doubt? And can I disprove myself that this is not true? And you talk to yourself like how Paula did. And then you will get messages so that your doubt can go away. Right? Now, they say that 60,000 thoughts are there for every human being in a day, normal human being. Out of which, even if you have 500 thoughts, negative thoughts, or disbeliefs, you can't manifest it. So focusing is all about believing it. Okay, and you do your meditation, you do your stuff. So that is why they say that you put an intent for your manifestation and forget about it. So when you forget about it, at least you won't do negative thoughts about it. If you're trying to keep thinking about it all the time, then you think that, oh shucks, it won't work. Time is over, 48 hours is coming, it's not happening. All those things will come, right? Okay. Just 1 second, hold on, Neha. Okay. So belief is what we are going to increase, and doubt is what we are going to squash, right? That's what we are going to do it. Now, 2 + 2 is 4. But if you get 5, whose mistake is that? It's your mistake. You didn't do math properly. It's not the field's mistake. So you asked for a cake and you got wheat flour. That's not the mistake of the FP. Somewhere you have decided that you'll bake it, maybe. That's why you got the wheat flour and not the cake. So don't blame the FP for not getting the way you wanted it. You also have to start thinking that, what is it I really asked that I'm getting this and not what I thought in my head? That is the second thing, because remember, there are no accidents, right? So you got an idea. So what is that we are going to do in the experiment? You know, for the purpose of focusing, I suggest focus on only one thing. So tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you'll focus on one thing and you'll see whether it works or not. If it's something really big and you think that you may need more time, keep it 4 or 5 days, or just write down whether whatever you wanted to manifest happened or not. Then change that. And this time, how well you can focus like that. Every 2 days, you can do different manifestation. What I'm trying to say is, don't have some 5 list, because we have a tendency to manifestation list. We have a tendency to write it, and then we cannot focus on any. We'll have only demo version of everything. And we think that, oh my gosh, it's like you're hitting a ball to the wall and it's bouncing ping pong everywhere, and you're not even, you know, Newton's law, you'll defy the Newton's law that it doesn't come down. It'll only bounce back on the wall, and until you leave the room and go. That should not happen that way. Okay, so keep something, try to focus, and then try to manifest it. Even if it doesn't manifest, maybe write down why, what are the negative thoughts, so much came, what's the doubt? Is somebody influenced your mind? Because you're not the only one who's influencing the field. There are everybody who's around you are also influencing the field, right? So did anybody's thought influence you that it didn't come? Because out of those 60,000 thoughts, many were coming from your neighbors or the environment and the people around you. And something was so in terms of its intensity, it was so bigger than your manifestation intensity, so that it didn't manifest. It can also be possible, but maybe if you write down those things, then you will know what's happening with you and why it didn't happen, or how two frequencies which are so good, the good vibes, when they come together, it magnifies. But two different frequencies, bad vibes, coming together, they nullify each other and there is no manifestation. So if you start being aware of these and you start writing down in your diary, in your report, then you know that what's happening to you. And you will learn to tune to FP and find out how you can do it for yourself. Okay, this is about the experiment. And I'm going to put that report again with this experiment in the group. Just check out those things and do accordingly. And we'll see that next week. How did we do it? Okay. I'll give you one small little example. When somebody did Pam's experiment, and this person, he said that in 48 hours, he's going to sleep with 2 girls at one time. It's a very weird thing to ask for, but I just wanted to prove themselves that, most of the time people want to disprove this FP concept. So they go with all weird kind of manifestation thing, and yet they still get it. Whatever it is, it'll just make them feel that, oh my gosh, this is how it is. And you'll feel that FP has a humor, right? It's joking at you, actually. So he says, he writes that I want to sleep within 48 hours with 2 girls at the same time. And he meets this awesome lady. And of course, he sleeps with her. And he's laughing at him that, see, I didn't sleep with 2 girls. At that time, this lady's little daughter, who is 6-year-old, comes inside the room and says, Mama, I want to sleep with you. And so he sleeps with 2 girls at a time. That's how it is. So what I'm trying to say is, whatever you write, whether you want it or not, happens. So be more specific. When you are saying 2 girls, please write what kind of 2 girls. Okay, so that's about it. And okay, somebody wanted to know. Neha, it's a direct message, okay? Okay, so I will respond you back, Neha, reading this. She has written her mic is not. Neha, can you just say a thumbs up if I can read it to others? Where is Neha, by the way?
Which Neha? There are 2 Nehas, no?
Okay, so whoever has written will know. Okay, Neha, she says yes. So I'll read it. Her mic is not working, that's what she said. Past few weeks, I was getting all negative thoughts and I was overthinking. And I guess this is universe's answer. This session is universe's answer, yes. And you know what, I have not been attending your sessions for quite some time, but today's session, I am here. Maybe universe wants me to keep faith and to believe. Thank you. Yes, Neha, I totally agree with you. And a lot of people also have said here that they tried and tried, and one person said that she didn't know how to get into the group, because at that moment last week, suddenly I thought that a lot of people have joined, but how do they know the link? So I immediately wrote that the link is in the description. And at that time she was thinking that how do I join? And she got this she saw the message, and this is how the FP works. We influence everything around us. And manifestation is just that, influencing and getting what you want. Beautiful. I get it, Neha, what you're saying. So I'm going to share the record again. And I'm going to share even the lab report. So all of you see the lab report and try to write like that in your own journals or in the same page, print it out and write it. And I don't want to discuss here what you all want to manifest, because take some time off and think what is that you want to manifest. I know we all have big lists, but these are experiments which we are doing. So take something which is a possible thing for you. And remember, you don't have to do anything physical work towards it. It should happen like exactly like the water filter of Anna. Maybe Anna has already finished this experiment. And for all you know, she may go ahead with the 5th experiment, which I have not even read yet. Let's see that anyway. So all of us will manifest something, and we see how the field of potentiality brings it to us. Okay. So thanks a lot, everybody. We're going to leave the meeting now.
Isha,
Thank you. Thank you. Isha.
Thank you so much, Ishan.
Isha,
Thank
Navina,
you.
Isha.
Navina, tell me. Anybody
Yeah.
wants to leave, you can all leave. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Isha, one thing when you were sharing, no, that lending money and that message. So, if suppose I don't get signal from outside, but my inner, intuition or whatever, my inner belief said that no, I am for sure that I'll get my money back if I lend to someone. That
That's
is
what
also
it
a
is.
message.
Yes, of course.
Right.
I have
Yeah.
this thing of, the day when I did angel therapy, something I learned, they said that you can always tell angels that this is want, and you can also tell them that I want signals. And it's been my habit to ask signals from then on. So, and I love crazy signals, and I just love those signals. So that's my way. It's your way is different.
Yeah. And also, I wanted to check that I lost my signal in between. So, were you able to hear me, whatever my second
Yeah, we
sharing
heard.
was?
Fully we heard.
Oh,
And we
okay, because
thank
I
you
lost.
for that. You can see the
Okay.
record and see how we thanked you.
Okay. Thank you. Because at that moment only I lost my signal. And somehow, it was so amazing when I reflected upon it. It was amazing, I mean, I said, my God, how this is working.
And, okay, I'm just going to stop the recording and say that.